Good afternoon, my fellow YouTubers and model railroaders. Welcome to another edition, live on video, of A&C R&R Railroad or N Scale and Life Journey. Oh my. Um, to say that this weekend has been a whirlwind, a roller coaster of ups and downs is an understatement. But enough of that. I welcome you, my fellow YouTubers and model railroaders, to part 5. Yes, part 5 of the Showcase Miniatures N Scale Ballast Regulator number 58. Model kit number 58. As you can see, I have many pieces here. This is the cab. I've been doing some painting on it. I got the little emergency light painted up. I have this air tank on the front painted up. I've got a little bit of dry brushing on some of the other parts that need to be raised up. I got that window frame glued in place. Yeah, she's ready to go. I got, oops, left it way over here. Sorry. I got the back part here done. As you can see, I got this piston nice and painted up. I still need to put on the side skirts, which I'm going to do today. They need a little extra love and attention, and I need to find the apparatuses which I will be using to bend them, to put them in place. Sorry for that. Sorry about all that movement. I apologize. I'm going to move this back a little bit. All right. Middle nose pliers. Yep, that's right. I make funny noises. All right, so this little piece right here, I got to cut those out, and then I'll be bending parts of them to add to that. And also I'll be adding the cab to the frame here, so to speak. All right, so, but yeah. All right, so back to the whirlwind slash roller coaster that is my life. So, as we all know, I do dialysis, so having a vehicle is kind of important, so I can get back and forth to my appointments and whatnot. Unfortunately, I tried to put my car in the shop on Friday, and or actually, it ended up being a Thursday, and they came back with some really bad news. My car is basically dead. So the brakes were rubbing. So like I said, I put it in the shop, and they came back to me with a almost $3,000 quote because the brakes were that bad. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, why don't you shop around? Well, you know, I don't think with what was wrong with it, would shopping around would bring the price down much at all. So that said, the near $3,000 price tag to fix said brakes, not conducive to keeping the vehicle. So no, we're gonna get rid of it. I've already got it cleaned out, and I'm just gonna junk it. I'll be lucky if I get $250 out of it. That's what the Kelly Blue Book value is, but that's okay. Fish do, which stands for F it, drive on, or stuff happens, drive on. So that's what I'm doing. In the meantime, I don't talk about it very much. I do not do organized religion, but what I do is I'm very spiritual. I believe in God, and yeah. All right. So on these little panels, which go on the side of this sucker right here, I'm going to take this needle nose plier, and we're going to very carefully try to bend it. So I'm going to clamp down on it. Now there's a little rivet right on the end, so I'm going to have to go just the other side of that rivet, or else I can't get a good hold on it. And then we're just going to apply a little pressure. It's going to bend. It's bending. It's bending. It's bending. It's bending. It's not bent enough. Bending, 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 and that's plenty. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's bent. Okay, that's one. Okay, now we don't want to bend this on the same end, because if we do, because one's a left and one's a right, it won't work right. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch hands. And now I do have a modeling vise, but I don't feel like getting up and dragging it out. I've been running around doing errands all morning. Thank you to my neighbor and friend. I'm not going to mention any names, but they helped me out very much. And once again, I got a good grip, and bending, 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 and almost there, and bending. That should be good. And I know you could see that. Yeah, see? Nice and bent. Good to go. All right. I tell you what, I try not to rely on people, and I am truly, truly, truly blessed to have many people in my life that help me, and I appreciate them so much. I wish I were in a position to do more for them than what I currently do. My brother has stepped up. He's going to be bringing me back and forth to dialysis. I have a friend who has multiple cars. He is going to let me borrow one, and he's going to put it in the shop first, and then he's going to let me borrow it. And then if he needs to use it, he's got other ones that he can let me use, so that I can get back and forth to work, and then eventually to dialysis. So I am truly, truly, truly blessed in that matter. And I cannot say enough about the people that are in my life that do these things for me so selflessly. And I appreciate them so much. So much. And it just, ooh. All right. They are on there. Look at that. Yay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take and glue the cab to the main body here. If you notice, there is a little L pattern, and the cab goes in that. So I'm gonna take a little glue on there. My lovely super glue. Okay. There we go. And the cab is in place. Okay, put that off to the side. All right. So now I've got some other bits that I need to get going. So I'm going to use these pliers for my pointer. So I've got this rail right here, this handrail right here, and then the two handrails next to it. They will be going the larger handrail will be going here, and the smaller handrails, actually no, the larger handrail will be going here, and the smaller handrails will be going here. I do believe. Nope, I had it right. So this is large, and then this side is the small. You're like, they look both the same, but they're not. This one only has 2 notches, and that is for the smaller rails, or the smaller handrails. And this side has 3. And the large handrail has a left and a right and a center. So that is the proper placing for that. Get those cut out, and we'll get them on. All right, and everything appears to be setting up rather well with the glue. Okay. So, all right. I just glued my fingers. Oh, there goes the safety. I can't say at the beginning of the video in the description that no fingers were glued. I put my finger right in the glue. Go ahead and laugh. It's funny. I give you all permission to laugh at me. I glued myself, but I didn't glue myself together. So there is that. I put my finger in glue. So, all right. So here we go. I don't know why I try to model with my glasses on. I cannot see a darn thing with them on. I see so much better without them up close. All right. So, 1 knicker, 2 knickers, and I've got 1 more to go. And I don't think I'm going to be sanding this railing because it is slightly flimsy, but we'll see what we can do. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Got a little nub right there. Okay, that's good. And then get out of here. Good to go. And 1 last side. And that's good. All right. All righty. Now, don't have any more glue on there. I wonder why. Maybe you smeared it all over your fingers? Yeah, that's a strong possibility. All right. Like I said, it's funny. Go ahead and laugh. All right. Now, I have one side that's painted and one side that's not painted. I'm going to put the painted side out first. Okay. Oop. So this is a little walkway that's going to go on the up behind the cab because that's where the door is on this. All right. I should have left the cab open so I could put glass in it, but I didn't. Oh well. Live and learn. So I have another one of these, so I will not make that mistake on the second one. And now to cut out the other two photo etched railings for the back side. One nub to rule them all. All right, next. Second nub, third nub. Get off my finger, and the last nub. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this has got a little nub on the top here. Try and scrape that off. Okay. Okay. And then it's got a little nub on the side. I know you can't see it because it's N scale. How big can it be? Well, me being the person that I am, I'll pick it up and probably poke myself and end up cutting myself open and bleed all over the place like a stuck pig. So it's important to make sure that it's done right. Okay. Now, get this in a way so that when I go to glue this, I'm not gluing my finger to the part. Okay. A little bit of glue, pick up the part, and okay, I need a little more glue. Oh, that's too much. That's all right though. And oh, and of course my tweezers are nowhere to be found. Get off of there. Alright, so this thing is pretty crazy. Let me tell you what. It's got just enough weight that if I don't get it right, there it is right there. Alright, so I got to kind of hold this and wait for this glue to set up, because if I move it to left or right, the railing will not stay evenly spaced. And I don't want to touch it yet, so that way I don't glue my fingers. And you can barely see that, but there's a railing there. All right, it appears to be set up enough. So now I can take care of the other side. Okay, so since I'm a pea-brain and I can't remember stuff, I don't remember if I told you I have a friend that has multiple cars that's going to let me use his car, go back and forth to work and to dialysis. So that way I can free up people in their daily lives and whatnot and not bug them and or be a burden. I don't want to be a burden. I want to have my independence and not be a burden on people. And it's doing the same thing the other one did. Ew, almost glued my fingers. I knew there was a reason why I didn't paint this yet, and that is the reason. All right, I got it on here. I know you can barely see that, but there it is. It's on there. All right, so I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to put it someplace where if I jar, I need to clean up my modeling table badly. All right. There we go. All right. So now, so the shroud is put together. The cab is put together. The little walkway that goes on the back is put together. So, I think what I want to do is I want to work on the actual the main part. Okay. Sorry guys, I had to think about it for a second. Okay. All right, now this is going to be, I'm going to be doing this part here, all of this. I've already got the cab on there, so that's kind of going to be in the way, but that's all right. I don't mind. I don't care. All right. So that means putting this piece in right here. So I might need a little extra glue because I used all of that up already. Okay. Right. Glue. It's the glue. Remember, boys and girls, don't eat or sniff the glue. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is why I don't like using tweezers. They more often than not get in my way. And I have different tweezers. They drive me nuts. Okay, so I got that part in where it goes. I'm going to spread these arms out, these hydraulic arms out a little bit. Don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it closer. See that part? It's got the little hydraulic arm right here, the end of the tweezer. And I'm spreading them out a little bit because they will hook up to this piece here on either side, and it's got to go in this little hole right here at the end of the tweezer that I'm pointing at right there. So there's that. Okay. Whew. Yep. All right, so I got that done. We'll let that set up. So now I need the wheels. What did I do with the wheels? What did I do with the wheels? Those are metal wheels. I don't want to use metal wheels. There are no wheels in there. Uh-oh. But that's okay, because I've got plenty of wheels. I have plastic wheels. I have metal wheels. I have wheels. Those are not my plastic wheels. Those are my metal wheels. Oh, Lordy. What did I do with the plastic wheels? Oh, Lord. Ah! Dropped my glue stick and I didn't get anything on it. Where are the odds of that? Alright. Like I said, I need to clear out my okay, I can't find them. So I'm going to swipe the ones from the other kit. Oh, Lord. And when I go to build this one, I will probably eventually find them then. Alright. So, alright, give me this. And, yay. You know, I really love the fact that sometimes I get multiples of different models. And of course, it gives you the chance to learn from your mistakes. So it's not a bad thing to. I thought that was glued in there, but it was not. Sadly, it fell out. Well, I guess I didn't have enough glue on it. Try again. There we go. Okay. And all right. Okay. Good to go, bro. Alright, and the tweezers. Try this again. Alright. So this thing comes with two little plastic wheels. And these little blocks right here, they go up underneath and hold the wheels in place. Yay. So I'll set those in. And right. Come here, dinosaur. Hold that up. Okay. Okay. That one wasn't glued in, so it's fine. Alright, so I got the first one in. And these are front and back orientated. They have a smaller spot that goes in the front here, right there. See how it's smaller and that's larger? Oh, larger, smaller. So same thing with this. You got a small side and a large side. So you got to make sure before you get that thing orientated with the before you get the glue on there, you want to make sure that it'll be orientated when you go to put it in there. Get my glue on there. Okay. Yay, glue. Okay. And almost. Come on. There we go. You're in there. Come on. And sit. There we go. Give him a little nice little tap on the back, on the front, and we're good to go. You're in there. It's coming together, man. It's coming together. Whew. All right. So I've got some photo etch parts to put on here now. And they are going to be put on this engine cover here, on the sides and on the front. So I've got 3 little engine screens for ventilation, and once I get these installed, and we're gonna stop there because I want to paint the actual engine so you, when you're looking at it from the side, you can see the detail, because the engine does have a little bit of detail. There we go. There's one engine cover. Two engine covers. Last engine cover. Oh, and don't worry about me having food. With the institution of grocery stores bringing back delivery service, I was able to get the majority of my grocery shopping done without having to rely on someone else, technically. Got most of my groceries delivered yesterday. So, like I said, turbulent craziness going on, but I'm making the best of a bad situation, and that's all we can do sometimes, you know. It's all we can do, and that's what I've been doing from day one, with all of this stuff that's been going on with me, health wise, and just grin and bear it. I will say this: I was not happy with the psychiatrist from the transplant list. Pretty much, and everybody else that was involved, except for one person that knew me. They were the former facility administrator for the dialysis center that I am going to now, and they ended up on the transplant list committee to see if people are worthy of being on the transplant list. So much politicking and whatnot that goes on with being on that list. So before you can even get, you know what? I'm not going to paint that. Why? Because you can't see through the screen. Well, that's okay. I think it looks better with the photo etch screen than it does with the other screen. So it came with two exact pieces, except one's cut out for the photo etch and the other one is not. The one that is not is on the bottom, and just, I don't know, it looks kind of, I think the photo etching will, I just glued my glue stick to the side of my leg. Not good. I went 5 episodes without gluing myself. 5 whole episodes. Oh, wow. So, you didn't think you were going to have comedy show today, did you? Well, yeah, I'm giving you a comedy show today. I glued my leg, glued my fingers, glued my hand. Yep, I'm gluing everything. We're having a fire sale on glue, baby. Yeah, I think that gives it a little extra dimension. Just a little extra dimension. That's the front compared to... Oh, Lord. I don't want this stick anymore. It's driving me nuts. I've got plenty. Alright, so... they're a little different. I think the top one looks a little better. Okay. There's that. Right, let me get a fresh glue toothpick. As I have said, I have plenty. The doctor's brush picks. I like these. They have two different ends. One side holds glue better than the other, and has this like little brush that holds glue really well. And then the other end has the actual pick, and it's ridged for her pleasure. Just kidding. So that holds glue too fairly well. And okay. And they're rather flexible too, so. Okay. And there's another one. Another one on. I have one left. And actually, I think I will leave it off, and I will paint the engine. I'm gonna probably put it on top, kind of make it look like they're doing some work on it. But yeah, I think it'll make it look pretty schnazzerific. So, all right, so we got quite a bit accomplished today. We got this part done. And off camera, I'm gonna touch these up with some paint. They're already been primed. They're good to go. So yeah. Like I said, go ahead and laugh at me in the comments. I glued myself. So I cannot use the disclaimer, no fingers or body parts were glued during the making of this video. Yuck it up. I don't mind. I don't care. It's funny, and I deserve it. So, if that's the worst thing that happens to me this weekend, then that's great. So I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but so in part 6, we'll more than likely end up finishing this up because this is the shroud. The shroud here goes on the rear, back here, up behind it. I hope you can see that. This will go up behind the cab also. This part will go on the front. This part here will go on the front, and that'll have to be assembled. I've got 2, 4 plus that actual piece to take care of, and then these guys here, of course, will go on the sides, and I'm going to leave them straight like they are, and then we'll get those painted all up once we get them on there, and that'll be it. Oh, the dinosaur that Mr. Dwight sent me months ago got a broken neck in shipping, but I have since fixed that neck, and I fixed the neck right after I got it. But yeah, so I would like to say thank you so very much for stopping by and watching. To all my subscribers and all my followers, which is basically the same thing, please be blessed, and please also remember, no matter how bad, no matter how bleak things look, give it up to the Lord, and He will take care of you. Just stay strong, stay firm in your belief, and He will do it for you. And with that, have a lovely, lovely, lovely week.